There was an incident that happened. It was like my first day of school. I was like in grade 3 or something, right? And we had just moved into a new neighborhood, uh, new school and everything. And I'm standing in line, and there's this Caucasian kid and a couple of his friends, and they dropped the N bomb on me. And I knew it was an insult, but I didn't because they were laughing. But truthfully, I didn't even know the extent and the harm of the word, but I knew it was definitely some kind of an insult, right? I go home and I'm catching up with my parents and my siblings, and they're asking, how was your first day of school and the new school and everything? And I'm like, okay, the gym's nice, the teachers are nice. It's bigger than the other school I was going to before, it was really nice facilities and everything. But somebody dropped the N bomb on me, and like almost like a pin drop, with my siblings. They looked at each other and their mouths dropped. And my parents, had a look of concern because it was at that moment in time where it's that conversation, right? A conversation in regards to race and what that looks like for you and what you're going to have to navigate through. And that was the catalyst for everything. And even though in the moment I had felt clowned, in some ways, I'm actually really thankful for that incident because that was the catalyst that led me down the rabbit hole of self-discovery in terms of my African and my Black identity, and led me to find so many other motivational and activists and history and all of that stuff. So that was the beginning of my journey. So that was like wave one. And then when I had my own daughter, your kids hold a mirror to you sometimes to help you, or rather force you to do a lot of self-reflection. And as I started to navigate, or rather think of how I navigated my journey in the school system, I wanted my daughter's experience to be different than mine. So it led me to kind of like rip apart everything that I had done just to be like, okay, let's
Yeah.
what would that look like? What would you have wanted to know? So then I started, okay, I would want to know more about self-identity. I would want to know about history, but not from a Eurocentric perspective, but more from an African origin story, and not just starting from slavery and all of that, but really visiting past civilizations and past glory. So I took that opportunity to do that with my daughter. And then I started to think to myself that if I'm also going through this journey, I'm sure there's other parents that are going through similar journeys, and maybe they might not necessarily have an origin point. So when I created my show for the Kujo's Kid Zone, speaking about African history and tackling a variety of different social issues, I had that in mind. I had my daughter in mind and other kids that were going to be of similar age groups. And that was that. Of course, along the line, you come across other people that are on similar journeys. And like we had discussed before, you talk to one person and they inspire you, and a light bulb goes off and it forces you down your own particular path. Like our predecessors before us and the long lineup of other activists in their own right and how they're going to operate. We're just literally a square in that fabric and that cloth of social justice, and we're just trying to sew our own patch, right? And that's what it is, really, right? And trying to motivate other people to do the same.
Yeah. Trying to motivate other people to do the same.